Okay, so we're gonna start the gua sha. So first thing, gua sha, is we need to make sure your skin has enough slip because we don't want it to drag.
Okay.
Is it okay if I just come down a little bit here? So I usually like to start like neck, shoulders, open up those pathways because the whole point of this is we've got lots of toxins under our face, right? It's all water. So we need to remove the toxins, but you need to drain them. If I don't warm up these pathways, it's not gonna drain as nice. So it's really important that we massage and open up those channels. So I just feel like there's, so many new, it's all about the new, like what's happening, new technology, but I feel like if you actually focus on ancient, traditional sort of methods, women have been using this for years in China. But yeah, so I think that's why I got really interested in researching it. There. And so do you see I'm keeping like a 5-degree angle the whole time? It's really important you're not perpendicular, you have to be gliding with the skin. So this muscle, this point is where we hold all our neck tension. So when you're actually using this, you're pretty much creating energy flow in your organs. It's like, have you heard of chi?
Yeah.
They call it,
yeah.
so it's energy, so it's about unstagnating energy, even in your organs.
Wow.
So it's really cool. And then, for example, like if you have some breakouts on your cheek, it could be, it's related to your stomach, so you're not eating as good. Forehead means you're thinking too much, stress.
I've read about this.
Yeah, it's like face mapping too. It's like really cool because you can really pinpoint, and why I like it, it's a whole system. It's your body, it's quite holistic. It's not just put a product on, absorb, done.
Yeah.
It's actually working to rebalance your whole body. So, do it again. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You can even just do like each stroke 5 times even, that's just good enough, but normally just what you feel, it's not about like numbers. Now there's this one area I like doing, which is the back. Let me know, I'll just be really gentle here. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. So we hold a lot of tension in the back area. That's feeling okay? Amazing. Perfect. Now, I also like to do the front part of the neck, your collarbones. So we have a drainage point in our collarbones too. Here, here, and here. Yeah. So it's just nice to sort of stimulate this area as well. And it's totally fine if you feel it, the slip's going, just get a bit more oil and then get right into it. And the biggest difference I think with gua sha and the jade roller is the gua sha goes much deeper. But it's really like, you want to go quite hard, but you actually shouldn't. It's quite, because it feels nice, you want to go like, but it's our face, so we still have to be quite gentle. So we're going to start with the pressure points of the face first. So it's really cool because gua sha, what it does for you is it breaks the connective tissue actually in the muscles. So it sort of creates more oxygen flow and more circulation, and it results in like more glow, tighter skin. So around the jaw, I just like to go like this and then wiggle. And if you want, I love going down straight after. It's really relaxing. So now I like to just stimulate this area, hold it here. This is under the cheekbone, okay? I just like to hold, and then this area has lots of tension, so we just have to make sure we always keep that. Nose, I like to wiggle here. This is one of my favorite bits, it's really satisfying. So we're gonna move on to the eyes now. The eyes are really, really important, but we also have to be very careful with our eyes as well. We have to make sure we're super gentle, we don't drag the skin. That's why I like to hold a finger, just to make sure we're not taking it with the gua sha. Hold it, massage. And it's very important to take long, mindful strokes and not to be quite harsh and rush it. It's really important to take your time, you'll get more results quicker. And I think it's really important to know that with gua sha or any sort of lymphatic drainage, the results, they do take about 2 weeks to a month, but it's more the long-term picture we're talking about. You see true results within a year, 2 years time, and if you keep that consistency up, you might not even need invasive sort of anti-aging treatments too. They actually call gua sha like a natural Botox. So now we're gonna work on the brows, my favorite bits. You can give yourself a natural brow lift. So I like to first take the ridges, sort of lock them in here, and then bring it down. Or bring it up, I guess, to your temple. Just give it a little wiggle. And then if you want, you can always hold your finger here as well, just to make sure the skin isn't stretching. Now, this is one of my other favorite ones. You hold the eyelid down. You start the gua sha from, I'd say, halfway from the eyelid, and you pull up with your brow. So this is just really helping stretch out these muscles, drain all the sort of fluid in our eyes, because our eyelids can hold a lot of fluid. Drain. Now, remember I was mentioning to you that under our skin we have lots of water, lots of toxins, so that's why lymphatic drainage is really important, to have healthy skin, glowing skin, because our lymphatic system's all connected. So from our face, when we drain it, goes into our body and we actually urinate it out. So it's really important that we, work in synergy with that and flush our face out, because our face has so many muscles, so much going on, that's really important that we drain it properly, I guess. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the forehead. So forehead's really cool. I just love to put my thumb here between your eyebrows. So this is actually a third eye, this area. So this area is related to your liver. It's related to anxiety, stress. So it's really important we stimulate this point. Fabulous. Just go up into the hairline of it. Done. Okay, now we'll go to the other side. Okay. So we repeat pretty much everything we did on this side on the other side. And then I know that took a bit longer, but the thing is we can always make it a shorter routine. If you want to just do it every morning when you put your oil on or your serum on or your moisturizer, even just do one stroke, but it's better than not doing anything. And the whole point of gua sha is they recommend you do little bits at a time, rather, instead of doing you don't have to do the full facial. You can even just do snippets, of the strokes you need on that day. A few things to know when it comes to gua sha. We are working with toxins and fluids, so we do have to be quite careful when it comes to how we're using the tool. So it's quite important that we make sure we keep a 5-degree angle, so just with the skin like this. I see a lot of people going like this, perpendicular. That's way too rough for your face. We have to remember, even though gua sha means to scrape, it even might feel really good, you want to get in there, but we have to be gentle because our face skin is so much thinner. Another thing to note, you would have noticed, I didn't go back and forth on your face. I just went in one direction, because the importance is we want to get those toxins out, not bring them back in. So we're just going to finish you off with a little bit of moisturizer, just to lock everything in. Remembering the purpose of a moisturizer is to lock and oil is to nourish. So I like to just box press my moisturizer in, so make sure it absorbs. And then we do that lovely upward strokes, just to help sort of, if there's any fluid retention remaining, make sure I've got every bit. And I just love to end it with a nice sort of downwards at the collarbone.